Good afternoon, everyone. This is Nikhil from Zerodha, and I am here introducing to you Prateek Singh, founder of LearnApp. So, Prateek will be talking to you about two interesting candlestick patterns today. These candlestick patterns are the hammer and the engulfing pattern, right? Prateek has been trading since the age of 17 and has been an educator for the rest of his career. So, over to you, Prateek.
Thank you so much, Nikhil. How are you doing? How is everyone doing on the class today? I'm Prateek Singh, and today we'll be talking about two candlestick patterns. I think it's a little difficult to explain one candlestick or all of them together. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick only two of them, which I think are very similar, and then we'll actually learn how that works. So I hope all of you are excited and all of you are ready to learn how this works. Let me share the screen. So I hope you can all see my screen after this. Great. Can everyone see my screen? Fantastic. So use the chat on the left. So I know that you can hear me. Hi, Rajesh, Vinod. I can see Vishwash. I can see Roshan, Bhanu, and everyone else. Wonderful. Sagar, Roshan, Shreyas. Good to see all of you here. Now, one thing that I decided today, and let me tell you what the flow of today's webinar is going to be. What we're going to do is we're going to first learn what candlesticks are. I'm going to spend only 5 minutes on this. I also need to teach you what a system is. Now today, if we only learn what a candlestick pattern is and don't know how to use it, do you think that'll be useful? No, right? I don't think it'll be useful if we actually just learn how it works. I think we need to know how we can apply it. Does everyone agree that we should learn? Do you guys want to learn the application of one or two candlestick patterns? Does that make sense? Yes? So that's what we're going to follow. I'm going to spend a minimum amount of time here, a minimal amount of time here in the candlesticks and what is a system and what is a hammer. I want to spend most of my time in the entry-exit rules, the stock selection, and lots of examples. Now, what I'm going to teach you is an open-ended system, which means you can change things around and make the system your own. So if you all are ready, type READY. So I know that you're ready. You've understood the flow that we're going to follow today. इंग्लिश नहीं आती तो हिंदी में बोलता हूँ. Let me say this in Hindi once. आज हम सिर्फ engulfing और hammer का definition नहीं समझेंगे. ये सीखेंगे कि उसको अप्लाई कैसे कर सकते हैं मार्केट में. और मैं ऐसी चीजें आपको बताऊंगा कि आप थोड़ा बहुत चेंज करके इस स्ट्रैटेजी को भी अपना बना सकते हैं, कस्टमाइज कर सकते हैं. So if everyone's ready, please type ready in the chat box, and I know we are done. Fantastic. But before I do that, I have to show you LearnApp, right? So let me quickly show you LearnApp. The website address is learnapp.co, and we basically do three things. One, you learn from the leaders of the financial industry. These are traders, investors, through video. So for example, over here, we have Ashish Chauhan. He's the CEO of Bombay Stock Exchange, who teaches capital markets. We have mutual funds. We have value investing. This is an introduction course in value investing by the CEO of ICICI. And then, so if you ever wanted to learn about how oil affects the market or how USD INR affects the market, then this is the course you should take. For traders, we have some basic thing on HFT. We have an option strategy, scalping strategy, trend following, and many, many, many more courses, including Nilesh Shah's new course on Beyond Balance Sheets. Now, apart from that, the second thing is that we have live classes running every day. So this class that we're having now, where I'm talking to you, I can see Dinesh and Pulkit and Tanveer. You can actually attend these classes and we'll talk to you and solve all your queries live. And we run almost one new class every day. So there's a lot to be learned over here in this live classes section. So someone's asking, why isn't this free? Well, I think LearnApp is almost free. And the reason I say that is we charge 500 rupees a month every month. So 500 rupees is what we charge, and you use that amount and you can get access to everything. So all the live classes and all the courses you can access on LearnApp. But we charge 3 months upfront. So that's what LearnApp is. Let us start. So Rajesh says no free lunch. Sure. Can we all begin? All right. So one thing I need to say is that we are not registered advisors with SEBI. We do not give tips or recommendations. Today is just for education purposes only. and you can use this to further your research. Also, everything in this presentation is of my personal view. That's of Prateek, right? No other institution, no other company is associated with it. It's just me. And it's only, again, to further your own research. And I'm not an investment advisor. I've just been trading for a long time. Great. Now, how many people over here know what a hammer pattern is? Anyone? Yes, Anand, we do record these live classes, and you can watch these live classes as a recording later as well. Who knows what a hammer pattern is? Just give me a yes. If you don't, write down no, I don't know what a hammer pattern is. Anyone? What is a yes? Okay, everyone. Some people know, some people don't. Great. So let's follow our series here. First, we'll cover what candlesticks are, and then I'll teach what a hammer is, and we'll go to the entries and exits of this strategy. So here is what you're going to learn. This is based on the weekly charts. This means you are using a very slow time frame. It's a higher time frame. Now the question is, can you do this on daily? Yes. You can research for on the daily time frame as well, right? So that's something you have to do if you're interested to see if the daily works or not. Another thing is that these are very few trades, and we're aiming for UV's 6 sixes, which means we're aiming for a home run. We're aiming that we get 1 or 2 really good trades which move in our favor. And I know many people are going to ask, this is not intraday. Okay, ye intraday nahi hai. The aim is simply to catch a big trend a few times. And the reason we are learning a system is so that you can remember these 2 candlestick patterns. Okay, remember, this is an example. And let's begin. So the pros are, it's simple, easy to follow, easy to backtest and verify. It's easy to execute. And if you want to be an active investor, probably this is something you can look at. The cons are, it is very slow. So if you're an intraday trader, this will bore you. And I don't think it can be your main strategy, because since it's so slow, it doesn't require much of your time, probably 5-10 minutes a week, which is nothing. So are you all ready? Fantastic. King, Eskal, Anand Tiwari, Sajjad, very good. Good to see all of you here. Okay. Okay, now if you look at this, this is Reliance from 1996 all the way to 2018. What kind of chart is this? Who can tell me? Ye kaun se tarika ka chart hai? What kind of chart is this? Yes, that's right. It's a line chart, right? So the line chart starts from 96 all the way to 2018 and only plots the close of the day. Now, since this is a very long term, it's probably plotting the close of the month. It's probably a monthly time frame. But the point is, it is plotting only the close of that data frame. All right. What's missing over here? इसमें क्या missing है? सिर्फ close ही तो नहीं है ना, और भी तो movement होता है. What other movement is being missed over here apart from the close? Someone tell me. Yes, that's right. We have the open, high, low, and close. And Hitesh Reddy was the first to answer. Good job. And Shreya Sundati. Good job. Devain as well. So open, high, low, close is what you miss. So this is what a candlestick is. Very simple. I'm going to spend only 1 or 2 minutes on this, and then we'll move on to the hammer. When the market opens here, say at 8:50, let me bold this. And during the day, the market falls and it closes. So the markets open at 9:15. So it was trading at 8:50. And the markets close at 3:30. So at 3:30, the market of this stock closed at 800. Now this is a fall, right? 850 से 800 गिरा, मतलब market तो नीचे गई. So it fell from 850 to 800, which means the market fell, right? So from 850 to 800 fall is depicted with a red candle, right? That down. And during the day, it made a low of 750 and a high of 950. That is shown by these wicks. These wicks. So if you followed, great. If you didn't, then you should pause this video and watch later once you've understood what candlesticks are. Same thing for a green bar. Market opened at 900 and closed at 950. So this is a gain day. So in case over here from 800, if it went to 900, it would basically become a green bar. So now visually, we can see whether the day was a down day or an up day. If everyone's clear, please type yes, totally clear, move on. So I know that I don't have to waste too much time on something very basic like candlesticks, right? I want to go straight to the pattern part of it, if that's okay. Can everyone just type yes, we are ready? Or say yes, you've understood. Got it, right? So the market goes up during the day, it's a green candle. Market goes down by the close of the day, it's a red candle. And you have the high and low shown by wicks. Okay, it's a visual way to represent all the information. Perfect. Excellent. Good job, Devain. Okay, many of you, like over 1,500 people. So I can't mention everyone, but yeah, all of you are correct. Hi, Gaurav Thakur. Good to see you. Thank you for saying hi. So Amud Nilam Megan is saying, why is the body made of a box? The box is actually the candle, and it shows the open and close of the day. If it's red, it was a down day. That means the close is lower than the open. And if it's green, that means the close was higher than the open and it's a green day. Okay, perfect. Now, if you want us to teach something else next time, and if you're watching the recording, please put it in the comments below as a suggestion. And if you like someone else's suggestion, you can make it a like, and we'll then figure out what to teach next. Okay, so now let's focus on the candlestick part of it. Here is the interesting part, right? A candlestick pattern like the hammer is called a hammer because it looks like a hammer. Hathodi jaisa lagta hai. It has a head and a tail. So you see this, the market falls and then rises. Let's look at this. So in this case, the market's falling. Market's fallen. You see that? Market fell. And during the day, this is important, right? During the day, the market then reverses. And because of this, you get a small head and a long tail. Can everyone type this in the chat, please? Small head, long tail. Can you all type this right now? Small head, long tail means a hammer. Now we'll define this as we go ahead, but I want to make sure if you're doing this, okay? Small head, long tail, excellent. So what a hammer basically means is बहुत selling pressure था during the day, लोग बेच रहे थे, नीचे जा रहा था, news खराब था, and then खरीदारी आई, buying आई और market वापस recover कर गई. मतलब bulls ने bears को overpower किया. Let me translate that into English. Imagine the entire day they were selling, market was falling, sellers were overpowering the buyers, but suddenly, due to some reason, usually it is news or short covering after a really long fall, you will get the market to reverse. And when this happens, this usually means in the short term, the markets are likely to rise up. Likely, right? Not every time, likely. So that's what the hammer means. Everyone clear? Excellent. Good job, Arvind, Gokul, Tanzir. I can see Suraj. Fantastic. Great. So that's what the hammer is. But you know, the biggest confusion is that these are not a hammer. Ye sab hammer nahi hai. So let me show you. This is not a hammer because the body is much longer than the tail, right? It's below the halfway mark. This is not a hammer because not only is the body halfway, you also have an upper wick. So this does not look like a hammer at all. This is also kind of not a hammer. So I'll just make this a little more obvious because it has an upper tail too much. Can you see that? The upper wick and the lower wick, the upper wick is too much. Even here, it's kind of too much, right? Can you see it? Right? Can you see it? I should actually have made this a little shorter. Okay, yeah. So that's also not a hammer. A hammer needs, yes, that's right. So remember, a hammer has a long tail and the upper wick is short. But you see, there can be an upper wick. So you see this? This is a correct hammer, okay? So you don't always need a shaved hammer. If there is a small wick, it's okay. All right, so I need you to write this down or type it in comment. If there's a small upper wick, it's okay. All right, small upper wick is okay. Just make sure it's not like this, right? This is too much. Okay, can everyone now, one more thing I need everyone to do is also type that they've understood the hammer, so we can move on to some real examples. Because I think once you've understood the theory, we see some real charts, sub clear ho jayega. And there's one more deal I do with everyone when I have a class. And the class is simple, right? We have a lot of people attending today. Everyone's asking different questions. I am going to do my damn best to make sure I try to answer them and try to go through everything clearly. Okay, that's my side of the bargain. But your side of the bargain has to be, if you find something nice, please put some encouraging comment over there so I know that you're learning. And if you've understood something, please participate in the chat. So once I get feedback, I can move faster. Is that a deal? That's a deal, right? Type in deal and I know it's done. So let's move on to the hammer part. But this time, I'm going to show you some real examples, okay? So let's open some practice. So I've written some of them down here, so it's easy to find. So first, let's open Britannia. Let me see if I can open it here. Okay, so let me restart Kite once. I think I may have logged out by mistake. Just give me a minute. Can you guys see my screen right now? No, right? Just give me a minute. I'm logging back into Kite to open the candlestick patterns. Just hold on. Hey guys, just give me a minute. I'm trying to open a chart, but it's not working on my computer for some reason, but it's working for everyone else. Give me a minute. I had actually opened some 25 examples to show you for 2 years of data. So just give me a minute. I think there's some issue on my side. Otherwise, I'll open it somewhere else. Just give me a minute, okay?
Hey everyone, I guess there's a slight problem on our side here. Just give us a couple of minutes and we'll be back, right? Prateek is just looking into why he's not been able to share his screen. We're really sorry about this. It'll take just a couple of minutes, right? Stay with us.
Okay, guys, can you see my screen? Wonderful. I think we're back. So I was having an issue with my computer, I think. Kite was working just fine, but I think something wrong with my network. Can everyone confirm that they can hear my voice? If you can, just say, hi, Prateek, I can hear you, and then I'll continue. Yes? Okay. Wonderful. No, it actually takes just a second to log into Kite. I was a bit slow. Okay, everyone ready? Chalo, this better be good now, okay? Now that you guys have waited for so long. All right. So I've opened this in incognito and it seems to be working. So let's just do this now. Okay, now I have to show you candlestick examples. So let's start with Britannia. So I have Britannia right here. Let's open it up. Okay, Britannia weekly. Now you guys need to do a little bit of work now. Look at this. Now on this screen, there is one nice, good looking, let me open a full screen chart. Bar of hammers. So right here, can you see it? Can you find it? I'll give you just a few seconds to look for it. If you can see it, give me the month. Yes, that's right. Right here. So we have a small head and a long tail. Okay. That is the hammer, right? Very clear, very simple. Is this a hammer? No, because it has a long wick on top of it. So no hammer over there. If you look at this, this is also a hammer. Very, very small body, but that's fine. It has a long wick, so it is a hammer. Let's see one more example. You guys have Motherson Sumi. Okay, so let's see Motherson. Sorry, Mother Sumi. And let's see where we can find the hammer here. Can you see the hammer? Anywhere over here? There are actually a lot, but if you look at the last few weeks, can you see a hammer there? Santosh, Izad Hussain. Okay, I'll do it. Yes, that's right. Varun, Shinto, Shreyas, Rakesh, you guys got it, right? So you basically have a long wick and a small head. So, and this is also a hammer. Let me see one more example. I think most of you have understood this. Let's look at DMart. Oh my God, DMart. So DMart NSC, we have, okay, here it is. So we have a hammer here. Does everyone agree? Does everyone agree that this is in fact a hammer right here? If you agree, just say, yes, I agree. And I know that everyone agrees that this is a hammer. Bank of Baroda bhi dekhunga, Ashok Leyland bhi dekhunga, sab dekhunga. Don't worry, I'll see all of them before 3 black crows. Nice, Rajesh. That's right. That's correct. Before the 3 black crows. So that is the hammer. Everyone agrees, right? Wonderful. So has everyone understood what a hammer looks like? Can we get to the actual usage of hammer? Yes. Can I get a quick vote? Should we go to the actual usage of the hammer? What should we do? Great. So everyone has understood. Okay. Some people are saying no. I'll show you one more example and then we'll move forward. Okay. So JSW steel is the next example. JSW steel. Okay. Now here's the question. Is this a hammer? Can everyone please give me a vote? Is this a hammer? Yes or no? So just say yes or no, and I'll know whether you think this is a hammer or not. It has a small wick on top, and that's fine. सबको आ गया है? सब लोग please लिखिए yes, I've understood. If you understood the yes, it is. Everyone's understood. Okay, only 2-3 people saying no. Perfect. So let's go straight to the usage. Now let me see if I can actually share my presentation. I think I should be able to do that. So I'll share my screen again, but this time I'll choose my presentation screen. Great. Okay, so we've already seen these as an example. The next thing we need to understand, the hammer we've understood. Let's understand the engulfing. And after the engulfing, we learn the system. All right. So please be patient. Learn both of these properly, because once I'm explaining the system, I won't be able to go back and explain what a hammer is. Fair enough, right? So another 5 minutes. This is a house, possibly somewhere very cold, right? And it's been engulfed with snow. That's what the word engulf means, right? It means that it's engulfed in trading parlance. It means it's engulfed the previous bar, or it has covered the previous bar. So let's see what an engulfing pattern looks like. Engulfing and hammers are very similar. They both mean that the market fell and then immediately rose. The only difference is, in a hammer, this rising and falling happens immediately within the same bar. In an engulfing, it happens in 2 bars, right? So the first time you have a market here, it's falling and the market closes, okay? So the candle closes and the next bar then opens. Usually it's a gap up. I've seen this many times. And this bar will usually close above the previous bar's body. And that's enough for it to be engulfing. Now, some people use wick, some people use body. I personally use body, and I think it's enough. Barring if it has too much of a higher wick, then you don't use it. Okay, so you have a big red bar. This bar has to close. The next bar opens, and it closes above the previous bar's open, right? The previous bar's body. Now, to be honest, sometimes this also happens, which is, oh, sorry. To be honest, sometimes this also happens, that, the bar closes just a little bit below the previous body, but it's usually enough for you to take the trade. And I would personally take it. If you don't want to take it, you can skip it. That's fine. But as long as it's covering like 90% of the previous or 95% of the previous body, it's totally fine. Is everyone clear? Let me open the chat and see what you guys are saying. Is everyone clear? Give me a big yes if you are. Someone's saying, does this work only on weekly charts? No, it works on daily as well, but let's just understand how it works on weekly. I'll also show you how it works on daily. Everyone clear? Everyone got it? Please give me a got it. Okay, perfect, excellent. Please make sure you type. The more you type, the better the class is going to be, right? Okay, so now that we've understood that, we need to see a few examples. So I have these examples, Auropharma and Pidilite, just to show you what an engulfing looks like. Let me share my screen. Okay, you're already finding some nice. Okay, can you see my screen now? Wonderful. So Auropharma is the first example. So Auropharma, I'll open this, and Auropharma. Okay, let's see where it is. I don't remember where it is. Let's see, weekly chart. Find in May. Okay, I see bearish engulfing, but I'm looking for a bullish engulfing, right? So these are bearish engulfings right here, but we are not discussing bearish engulfings in this class. I want to stick to just bullish engulfing. And oh, here it is. Perfect. So can you guys see this? This is what I was talking about. Now you tell me, what is the psychology behind what you're seeing, okay? Very interesting. The market fell right here all the way down, and then it opened with a slight gap up, okay? Went down during the day and closed almost 90% of the previous bar. Now, do you think this is an engulfing? Now, don't get stuck in the technicalities. Oh, sir, it is 2 points below open, or there is too much high. It doesn't matter. What you have to see is that there has to be a full recovery of a crazy selling day. So imagine everyone's panicking here. Newspapers are saying Auropharma this, Auropharma that. CNBC, not CNBC, sorry. Some news station is saying that, there's a problem here and we don't know what's happening next. But the next day, this short covering happens and negates the entire fall. Think about that psychology, right? it means that the crowd thinks that all of this is negated and this is probably an overreaction. Hence, this is actually a bullish engulfing. Now, if you go by the book, because this is not closed above it, people will say it's not. I personally think it's okay, and I think you can use it. Is everyone clear on what the bullish engulfing looks like? It basically means that the green bar engulfs the previous bar. In this case, a little less, but it's good enough because it's a large bar. Here's another example of a bullish engulfing, which is this red bar down. Next day, it was a big gap up, and it also closed above the previous day's open. So this is a proper engulfing as well. I know some of my friends who want the entire bar to engulf, which is from the low to the high. So lots of variations, but for me, as long as it's 90-95% of the previous bar, good enough. Is everyone clear so far? Just give me a yes. Thank you, Adit Gandhi, for that wonderful question. Yeah, Rajesh is saying, Steve Nissen says you should fully cover the first candle. That's right, Rajesh, and he's totally right for that. I look at it slightly differently, so no wrongs or rights probably. Everyone got it? Are we ready to see the actual strategy? Yes? Tarun saying, but you said the gap should not be that high. Well, no, I mean, the closing gap, right? So over here, it's a gap up, which is a good thing. It's showing bullish reason for the crowd to buy. So it's fine. It's completely okay. Is it more accurate on weekly or daily? For sure, it is weekly more accurate. For sure, weekly, right? Okay, let's move forward. So I think you've all understood what the engulfing pattern looks like. Let's see the actual strategy, or we won't have time to see examples. Okay, let's see some 20 stock examples. But before that, what we need to do is I need you to understand swing highs and swing lows. Now, swing highs and swing lows is what we need to actually enter the stock. And I have taught this many times in the past. And we have this. We did introduction to trend following. Let me open this up. We have this. That is the introduction to trend following. I did this a while back. On the Zerodha YouTube. So you can go here. Please take this. If you're watching the recording, pause it, watch this, and then continue because you need to understand swing highs and swing lows before you continue. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly. You can watch this on LearnApp, Gaurav. Just go to LearnApp, click on live classes, and go ahead and watch this. No problem, Gaurav. All right. So now let's go back to our Oro Pharma example. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the actual strategy. But before that, a quick refresher on the swing highs and swing lows. Okay. So I'm going to now share my screen. This time it's going to be the presentation. Sorry, I have to switch between them because one is incognito, one is not. Great. So swing high, swing low, very simple, right? I'm not going to spend too much time on this. Let's do this in like 2 or 3 minutes. When the market goes up and it comes down, that highest point is your swing high. Okay, so that's your swing high 1, 2, 3, and 4. So these are 4 very simple swing highs. You can call them resistance, you can call them pivots, it doesn't matter. It means resistance. It means the highest point before the market reversed. All right. Now, very quick, I did this in my last class. I'll do it now. How many swing highs do you see in front of you? This is to confirm all 1,000 of you understand it. Count the number of swing highs. I give you 5 seconds to answer. Okay, I'm getting answers of 5. Jippy Bhatt, Ajit, Suman, Kiran, Karthik, 5, 5, 5. Okay, great. So everyone's understood this. Thank God. Super happy you know this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Everyone answered correctly. The next thing is the opposite of a swing high. That's a swing low, right? So that low, 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 low. So these are 4 swing lows. 1, 2, 3, 4. I need you to tell me the right answer. Tell me how many swing lows you can count over here. Your time starts now. Count and put your answer in. Bullish harami is different from bullish engulfing. Yes, they're different. We won't talk about that today. Give me the answer now. Look at your screen. Okay. So let me count. I didn't count myself. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wonderful. So we have 6 over here. Did you guys get it? I hope so. I hope you got it. 6. Very, very nice. Yeah, the swing lows. This time asking the swing low. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fantastic. Now we're actually going to reach the part where we're going to see some 20 stocks, and I'm going to test for the last 2 years. Is that enough? I'm going to give you the rules of the entry, the exit, the stop loss, and also how you can change the rules and experiment and do your research. Is 20 stocks for 2 years each enough? Yes? Does that sound good? Okay. So before I begin, because 20 is a very large number, I'll try to do 20, at least 10. um, I'll try to do 20, at least 10, but I'll try to do 20. I need to get a water break. So for that, in the meanwhile, I'll give you some work. I'm taking a 60-second water break. Meanwhile, just visit LearnApp, find a topic that interests you. Maybe you like options, or maybe you like something else. Check that out, and you tell me in the chat or the comments below what is the next topic you want to learn. And based on that, we'll actually teach. Give me 60 seconds. Okay, guys, we're going to start another 10 seconds. Get ready. Okay, great. I got a lot of suggestions. Let's continue now and move on to the rules. Now, pay very close attention. This is a very important part of the entire thing. So the biggest problem is stock selection, right? How do you select a stock? So one easy way to do it where you don't have to think is you pick the top 20 or 30 stocks by market cap from the Nifty Next Index. And how you can do this is I have this website open here. You could Google it, and you could find any other website which shows Nifty Next stocks, and you just sort them by market cap. There are a lot of websites giving you this. You don't need to go to this one. You could go to any website, just Google it, and you could go by market cap and find one of these stocks. So I added all of these to my watch list, and you just look at these then, right? It's an easy way to do it rather than pick a random stock. So just the top market cap, top 10, top 20 can be on your watch list. Let's look at the second part. The second part is you're only looking at the weekly charts. Okay, that's really important. Now, here is the strategy part. You have to find a hammer on engulfing at a swing low. This is a very important part. We will not use every hammer or every engulfing. It has to be seen within context. Okay, and I'll tell you the psychology behind it. You basically find the hammer or engulfing at a swing low. A swing low is what? I mean, it's a fancy word for saying support, or a fancy word for saying at this point, last time there were buyers. And they're likely to be buyers again this time. They may not be, but the probability is slightly higher. That's all. That's all it is. At a swing low, if the market's bouncing up, that's a good thing. On top of that, if you have a hammer and engulfing, it's even better. So once this happens, you know that there is some buying interest. But do you know that there is momentum? And the answer is no, we don't know. For momentum, we will wait for the market to break a swing high. And when we do that, we know for sure market took a swing low support, it made a hammer, it broke the swing high, yahan pe momentum hai, and the market's likely to go up. After that, you basically trail your stop losses to the swing low, or you can use a large bar low. So if you attend the last time's webinar, I talked about this. If you have a large wide range bar and your swing low is very far, you can just move your stop loss there. Okay. किसी को समझ आया थोड़ा बहुत? We'll see some examples, and then I'll ask if you understood this or not. So let me now shift the Hold on. Let me now share my screen where I have the charts open, which is the incognito window here. Perfect. So let's start with the first. The first one is this, right? So Hindustan Zinc. Let's start with JSW Steel. So JSW Steel, okay? Let's look at this. Now remember, we are using a system only to understand what a candlestick is. Am I guaranteeing that this is profitable? No. Is this a system you can use and make money? I don't know. That's for you to decide. I am showing you a system and you can backtest it on your own, okay? So this is JSW Steel. Does everyone agree that this is a hammer? Well, let's go even further. Does everyone agree that this is a hammer? Everyone agrees? Yes? Perfect. So if this is a hammer, what we need to do is we need to find out whether it broke a previous swing low. So that's our swing low right here. It broke the hammer. So step 1 and step 2 are done, which is a hammer needs to be at a swing low, which is right here. And it seems to be going up. And we'll buy the latest swing high, which is here. So this break right here, this bar broke the swing high. That's your entry point, and your swing low is going to be your stop. You move your stop to the latest swing lows. We move the stop here. Market went up, wonderful. But oh, this is the market, and it actually reversed, went below our swing low, and we got stopped out. So in this case, we entered here and we exited here. So this is a loss trade. A small loss, but it is a loss. Let's see another example. We have a hammer right here. That's step 1. Step 2 is it at a swing low? This is actually a swing low. So it is at a swing low, yes. Now we have to buy the latest swing high, right? So the market went up. Now this is actually a swing high, but if you don't see it, it's fine. You can use this one. And you were to buy this, your stop loss would be really far at the swing low here. What you can do is, since in this case we are buying the swing high and the entry is here, the stop loss is really far. So what you can do is you can keep the stop loss at the low of this bar because it's a large bar and it's pretty safe to do so. Otherwise, this becomes too far and the risk reward ratio just skews. So you're here and you're holding, again, you get stopped out. So you see, first trade loss, second trade loss. Let's keep going. In this case, we have an engulfing right here. You see this beautiful green bar engulfing this red bar. It engulfs. Does everyone agree this is an engulfing pattern? Let me get back to chat and see what you guys are saying. Does everyone agree that this is an engulfing pattern? Please type yes. बसंत जी, हम हिंदी में उतना ज्यादा नहीं बात कर पाएंगे, मैं कोशिश करता हूँ. ये engulfing pattern यहाँ पर है. Does everyone agree that's an engulfing pattern? Yes. So step 1 is done. Step 2 is, was this near a swing low? And yes, this is a swing low right here. So let me draw this using the doodle that we have on Kite. So here, and that's at a swing low. And I'll just circle this to show that this is at a swing low. We have a engulfing pattern. Does everyone agree? Everyone agrees? Why is this engulfing? I mean, very simple, right? So we opened a bit up and we closed above the previous bar. We engulfed it. The green bar engulfed the previous bar's body. So it's an engulfing pattern. Very simple. Everyone agrees? Yes? Yes? विकास is saying इतने yes कहाँ से आ रहे हैं, लग रहा है बाढ़ सी आ रही है. बाढ़ ही है yes की. So okay, step 1 and step 2 is done. Step 3 is what? Can someone tell me what's step 3? Where do we buy? In this system that we're testing, we buy at the swing high break. So the swing high break broke here. How do we know it broke? You see this red bar, it went above this swing high. So if you hover, Kite shows you all the information on the top left, right? So this high shows 346.5. And this went to a high of 351, which is more than 346. So that's your entry point. You would place a limit buy order probably if you're trading this. That will be your entry. Your stop loss is here, and you see this nice move up of this stock. Okay, everyone got it? Yes, everyone got it? Now you notice this is a weekly chart, so this is very slow. And you'll also notice that this entry was here at 347. It went all the way to 425. So it's a very good return. But the problem with this is that you need a lot of patience. So this is one of the cons of this thing. So let's see another example, Godrej CP. So Godrej CP. Let me first see if we have an entry. Otherwise, बहुत लंबा हो जाएगा. Okay, so we actually have a very difficult trade here. If you guys can see it, we have a hammer over here, broke the swing low, swing high break. You've entered, you're holding, trail the stop loss. Sorry. So let me draw it actually. So that's your hammer, which is at a swing low. And then our entry is the swing high break, which is here. We'll keep trailing to the latest swing lows. Okay, this is turning out to be a very long trade. And finally, we have this, and it's an exit. Did we exit here? No, we exited when the swing low broke. So the entry was here. That is, what's this price? This is around 660 ke aspas. And we exited around 850. So 650, right? What is it? 665. Okay, so 665 minus, and your exit was roughly 850. So minus 850. If I Google this as this is 185 points. So 185 divided by my entry, that'll give you the percentage. So that's a pretty large move. I mean, that's 27, 28% on this one trade on Godrej CP. But the point is very simple, right? This is another tough part about trading. Entry is fine, but can you hold on for so long, right? That's one problem. The second is that in all trades, usually 6 out of 10 trades will be like break even. So little profit, little loss, little profit, little. 2 will be mildly profitable, and 3, or whatever the math is there, the 3 will be extremely profitable. So whether you're trading intraday or long term or short term, usually a small portion of your trades will make most of your money. So this is true for any system. If you make it weekly, it just becomes a longer time frame. So let me just quickly see. Has everyone understood? Everyone, so if you've understood, is this applicable in any market condition? Yes, Hitesh, I'll just tell you some things that I found very difficult and maybe you can solve them. But is everyone clear so far? Can everyone say, yes, got it? Remember, active investing ka mindset hai, long-term mindset hai, is not a short-term thing. Hopefully, we'll do a more shorter-term strategy soon. But can everyone just say, yes, I've understood very quickly, so I can move on to a different example? Will it work in 5-minute time frame? No. Right? Remember, in trading, and I've traded for 12 years and wasted so many years of my life because I couldn't understand this one thing, is that most of your trades will become break even. So you'll maybe lose 20,000, make 20,000, lose 25,000, make 31,000. And then you'll get that one trade, which is like very, very large. And usually that's how all traders function. You don't make money consistently on every trade. That doesn't happen. You get one big home run, usually. Yeah. Can we just see, show live chart? This is a live chart, Mike. This is a live chart. This is the current price of a live chart. Let's see some more examples. Next is DMart. Okay, let's do DMart. DMart. Everyone loves this DMart. So let's see. And remember, we're not picking these stocks. These are just the top 10, top 20 market cap stocks of Nifty Next. So there's no selection bias over here. You're just selecting those. Okay, so let's see this now. Guys, I need your help. Is this a hammer? So everyone needs to participate. Is this a hammer and is this a swing low? Is step 1 and 2 confirmed? Give me a yes. Thank you, Rohan Matre. If everyone agrees, just type yes. Everyone agrees? Great. So everyone agrees. Now, do you also agree that this is our entry point? I mean, the entry that we're testing anyway, the swing high break over here. So this scary bar. I'll say scary because it went up, entered, and it went down. So it probably scared us a bit. Ki ab kya hoga? But yeah, that's our entry point. Everyone agrees, right? So nothing to do after that. You just have to trail your stop loss. So initial stop I would keep at the green bar low because it's a large bar. Move stop here. I would move stop here. Move stop here. Move stop here. I think it'll get stopped out. Yeah, it did. Yeah, I knew it. Yeah. So usually what happens, right? If you get a sideways, like 99% of times you'll get stopped out. So it'll always happen. If you move it here, then you're stopped out here. Everyone agree with this trade? Pretty simple. Sorry. Okay, so pretty simple. That's your entry. We entered around 830 and you got stopped at 1,128. I don't know what the percentage is, but don't worry about the profit, right? You have to worry about the execution. The difficult part is entering and holding on for so long. That discipline, that's why most traders lose, I think. How to keep stop loss for delivery? Okay, wonderful question. Naveen is asking, how do you keep stop loss for daily? So I'm very lazy, so I can't keep a stop loss every day, right? I can't log into Kite every day and put a stop loss every day because I'm personally quite lazy. So what I would do is I would just have an alert, a price alert of say 5% away from. So let's say the market is here and my stop loss is here. I'll just place a price alert here. So if the market reverses, then I'll start placing my stop loss orders. So Sentinel does a great job in doing this. You can use it, and it's just a basic price alert, so shouldn't be difficult at all. Right? So that's one thing you could do. I don't know if you guys would be interested to do a course or a live class on discipline and risk management. I think that would be really cool, but let me know. So let's continue, see more examples. So what's next? We did DMart, then okay, Dabur. So I'm just going list wise according to market cap. So I'm not selecting these stocks, remember, I'm just going according to market cap and just selecting it. Okay, so let's see this example. This is a very painful example. Let's see. So again, we have a swing low right here, and we have this engulfing. I mean, I would consider it engulfing because this green bar has engulfed the previous bar. Does everyone agree that that the first two steps are done? Thanks, Anil. If you guys are interested in risk management, that'd be really cool. Put it in the comments or send an email to help@learnapp.co and we'll try to do something. Everyone agrees? Vikas is saying, sir, make LearnApp available for 300. I mean, buy the yearly subscription and it's equal to 325. So yeah, so if you don't agree it's an engulfing, it's fine. I think if we get into the debate of whether this is engulfing or not, it'll take too long. If you consider this an engulfing, great. Your entry would be here and you would hold on. And this is obviously a great move. And you would get stopped out here. If you don't consider it an engulfing, that's also completely fine. This is a swing low and we have another engulfing here. So basically this green bar is engulfed this entire previous body and the high also. So this is and your entry is right here. Your entry is right here. And you see this, it went up. And in this case, we were a bit lucky, to be honest, that the market went up so much. It doesn't normally happen. So in this case, we were very lucky. And I use that word very purposefully. We were very lucky that it moved up so much. But that's the fruit of being disciplined and keep doing the same system again and again every day. So I think that's pretty cool. Let me look at your comments. Anything you wanna? Any volume confirmation? No. Anil Mishra says painful example. Which is the time frame? I think weekly is really good. Someone asked me to open the daily charts. Sure, I'll do that. I'll open the daily charts and see what we get. Daily charts are a little more difficult to trade, I feel. But here it is. So here's the daily chart. Okay, how do I? Okay, fine. So according to me, this is your swing low. This is your engulfing. You would have bought here and trailed your stop all the way. Isn't that nice? Nice clapping, right? Isn't that beautiful? Although the daily looks nice, I would still prefer the weekly because it's a lot more clearer. So that's this. Are you guys enjoying the class? Is this worth it? Should we continue doing these? Balmendra Saha is saying in Zerodha, if you put stop loss in cash, then why it goes square off after 330? That's a Zerodha question. You should probably direct it to them. Is this better than MACD? I don't know. Are you guys enjoying this class? I hope so. If you've not understood swing high, swing low, go and see the old class I took on it, and I explain everything. Are you guys enjoying this class? I hope so. Because if you enjoy it, then we'll do it again. Otherwise, we won't do it. Like, then we just stop. So that really matters. Thank you so much, Shinto. Perfect. Excellent. Want to see 3 more examples? We should conduct it more regularly. I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm selling LearnApp because I am. But if you really want to learn every day, you should come to LearnApp. It doesn't cost much. And on the website, you have all these video courses. We launch 1 new course every week. We have live classes, and it costs only 500 rupees a month. We charge for 3 months upfront. So do check it out. But let's go and see 3 more examples. I have after Dabur, we have Britannia. Let me see. Okay, it's not. So let's see Britannia. So Britannia. Did we see Britannia already? No, right? No. So let's see Britannia. So Britannia is, I just picked from in the middle because this is easy. This is a hammer. This is a swing low. Does everyone agree? Yeah, very simple. And we have a swing high break right here. That's your entry. You trail your stops to the latest swing lows. Here. And there's another thing, guys, that this works really good in bull markets, obviously. This is a buy strategy, so it obviously works only good in bull markets. And you won't get that many trades in bear markets. But you can catch some nice rallies in a bear market. But it's not as good as, you know, a bull market, obviously. But yeah, that's one thing you should also keep in mind. And maybe that's why the daily will help. So if you look at this, you'll see this pattern repeating again and again, guys, right? So you have engulfing somewhere here, and this is swing low break, market moves up. It happens a lot. And I'm trying to find some old example where the market fell, but I can't find it. Anyway, let's see one more example. SBI Life, or let's see Motherson Sumi. Have we seen it? No, we've not. So let me show you a lost trade. The Motherson Sumi gave us a lost trade. Let me show you how that is. So this is a hammer right here, and this is the swing low. There's a swing high. We would have bought here, initial stop loss here, moved the stop loss here and got stopped out. So your entry right here, stop loss here, small loss, but it is a loss. And then the next trade, okay, no trade after that. Let's see what else we have. Okay, so we have sort of a trade here. We have a hammer. Actually, we don't. It's the tail's too small. So we have a hammer here, which is close to the swing low, and we would have bought this swing high break, trailed the stop loss all the way up. Look at that, and got stopped out here. So nice up move, right? Everyone's clear, right? Why not Ashok Leyland? Okay, why are we behind Ashok Leyland? I'm going to open Ashok Leyland and see what happens. Ashok Leyland, someone has asked 20 times, so I have to open Ashok Leyland now. So let's see the trades. We have swing low here. This is not a hammer, so no trade. Swing low here, not a hammer, so no trade. Swing low here, that is a hammer. So that's our hammer, but it did not break a swing high, so no trade. Again, swing low broken, but there's no hammer, so no trade. Swing low here, again, this one is not an engulfing. If this was slightly above, I would have considered it, but it's not. So again, no trade. I hope I answered your question for someone who was saying. Steps once again. Yes, I am going to open the steps once again. Thank God everyone is asking for the rules now, because that's what matters. So here are the steps. So first, you can look at the top 20, 30 stocks by market cap. So that's something like this. You can sort the stocks by market cap. And it's a weekly chart. You identify the hammer or engulfing at a swing low, and you basically buy when we break the swing high. and you trail the stops. Is everyone clear on this? Take a screenshot. You have the video. You can always refer to it. Which time frame? Weekly. Steps right here, Ranjan. If you want to, can you clear condition 3? Okay, yes, that's a good question, Latesh Kaknani. So can you please tell swing low and swing high? Very nice. Vasant says, I think it's better not to use margin. I don't think you should use margin in any case, actually. Ranjan, it's right here, right? So the rules are in front of you. Let me explain condition 3 properly. So identify a hammer engulfing at a swing low. Now, to understand this, you should know what a swing low is. So please go to Introduction to Trend Following. You can Google it. It's on our Zerodha YouTube page. Go to it, watch it. The link is right here. Can I give you the link? 1 minute. Let me see if this goes through. This is the link for the swing high, swing low. Use this, learn, and after you've learned swing lows, then this should be super clear. What this basically means is, let me give you an example. When we are near at a swing low and we have a hammer, that is our first condition. And we need to make sure that after that it breaks the swing high. So let me show you an example. All these examples were actually based on that. So I'll show you one last time before we end. So I'm sharing the chart now. I hope you can see the chart. I'll show a profit example so it's easy to understand. Otherwise, if I show a loss, then it'll be difficult. So maybe DMart, right? So DMart was, I think, profitable. Right? Okay, right here. So I'll delete this. So this is what it means. We have a hammer here, right? And the hammer is formed at a swing low. Can you see that? This is a swing low. And at the swing low, we have a hammer. What does this mean? This means a swing low basically means support, means buying power. Now, if we break that swing low and we form a hammer, that means the buying power has come back into the market. It means that there are more buyers than sellers in this instance. And the next day, the market goes up. We don't buy here. We wait for a swing high break. So in this case, this is our swing high, which is point number 4. As soon as that breaks, that's our entry point. Now remember, you can change these rules. These rules are just to show you what a system is and what a candlestick pattern is. When I tried to learn this 11 years ago, no one put it into a system to teach me, and I wasted way too much of my time. I'm just hoping you save some of that time and you change it. So maybe you want to trade all swing highs. You want to trade all hammers. You don't want to wait for a swing low. Sure, go ahead and test it. You might get a lot of trades. You might want to try this on the daily chart. Go ahead, go test it. You might not want to wait for a swing high. You might just want to buy as soon as a hammer forms. I don't think that will work, but go ahead, test it. And then once you've tested it with at least 100 trades, then you can decide what you want to change and what works and what doesn't. So I hope that we keep having these sessions, you keep seeing new systems, you keep testing them, and over a period of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 months, you can create your own system that you have tested, and then you can possibly further your research. So I hope this was useful. Let me quickly read is hammer class same as MCX? I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. Swing classes not available on LearnApp. Actually, the swing classes are available on LearnApp, but it's actually part of the premium course. I don't know if that would help. But on LearnApp, if you look at the Tom Basso course, that is Learn How Trend Trading Works, these are all video courses, and we film them beautifully so that you stay engaged. Sorry. So if you look at them, these courses are filmed really well. Tom Basso actually teaches swing highs and swing lows in his class. So if you want to do that, he teaches the trend trading part. That's pretty nice. And all the course looks like this. And if you take anything else, even the scalping course, which I find is very interesting, because Mr. Bharadwaj actually covered his face. We don't show his face. He just shows his trades. That's pretty interesting as well. But you can find it over there. Let me read your questions again. keep teaching us. Guys, do you want us to continue these? Do you guys want? Yeah, you have the full course on learnapp.co. Please visit the site. Is everyone clear on this? Did you enjoy today's webinar? If you did, please put yes, I enjoyed, because based on this, Matti and the entire team are going to decide whether we can do further classes in the future or not. So if you like this class, please put yes, we like this class, so everyone knows. I'll hand this over to Matti to read the comments and decide. Thank you so much, Matti, for giving us the opportunity to do this.
Hey Pratik, thanks for taking time out to do this for us. And the users were quite, they've learned quite a lot, right? I've learned quite a lot personally. So this is us saying goodbye for now. We'll do more classes like this. So if you guys have any suggestions, please leave it in the comment section below, and we'll pass it on, and we'll try to do sessions on stuff that you want us to do, right? So thanks for tuning in, guys. Bye for